This podcast is sponsored by our good friends at Phaser Marketing. Let's be honest, either you own a small business or you know somebody that does. Phaser Marketing is a one-stop shop marketing team for your business. They stop you from wasting your valuable time trying to learn and juggle the core elements of marketing. If you want to focus more on what you do best, make sure to check out their website at phasermarketing.com. That's PHASER marketing.com and take your business to the next level. It's that easy.
Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Desk, featuring... Oh, my God, I screwed it up. Whatever. Behind the front desk. Apparently. I must have said behind the desk.
Yeah, you did say just behind the desk.
I
Behind
screwed
the
up.
front desk.
Featuring
The lounge chair riders. Settle in.
Kind of wish there was a third person saying that.
Let's go for a ride.
Oh, my.
I did like how we at least said it at the same
We
time.
at least
though.
said
I did like that.
Granted, I don't know how much it mattered because that whole intro was butchered starting
Yeah.
with me.
I mean,
It was bad.
I didn't feel like I should say it because I don't have a lounge chair right now. So
Well,
Well, whose
how long
fault
is
is
it going to
that?
take you to get one?
till I get an SUV. So years.
Could have swore that a certain person's offered his car like 3 different times already.
I have to appropriate it back from Dennis. So that's the more of the challenge than anything is telling.
What
him
do you
I'm
have to do?
taking this. Well, I have to tell Dennis that I'm taking one of his price chairs. So
Why don't you just go buy one that was for like $20?
okay, where do you see chairs every day? Just $20.
Ask Reno. He's the one who saw one. Literally, he
Yeah,
snapped a
but
photo to all of
You have
us.
to realize I work Monday through Friday full time.
Mhm.
So for
Their
me,
stores are open on the weekends.
He's also got a break every single day.
That's true.
yeah,
I know that because I also do,
I
and so do so many.
I
people.
generally try not to take my break so that I get to leave early a day or two. So or come in.
So then you do one day where you stay normal time,
It is what it is.
or even better, just go say you're gonna go do like a pre-moving that you've already done or something that they don't know, and actually just go run and pick up a chair.
Steal a chair from someone's apartment.
Yeah, not the worst idea. Yeah. I'll just open the door to any apartment, just casually start turning doors, be like, chair, I need that. Let's bring it out. Come on.
Yeah, whatever.
Just
Whoever's
do
got
like
the best chair,
like
just
Trailer
take.
Park Boys. Oh yeah, we got some new furniture coming in here.
Yeah.
I'll be here in like 5-10 minutes.
Do you know Jeff?
Is Jeff-
Oh, Jeff. From
Oh,
Jeff.
From corporate? Oh, he said that? Oh. Oh, okay, sounds good.
Is Jeff a guy?
It was just like a thing in Trailer Park Boys where they needed
Oh,
furniture.
okay. I must say, I zoned out for a
Oh,
second, so I didn't know if you were actually talking about
so he went
somebody
to
you
an
worked with.
office, and these people are having a meeting, and he walks in, and he's like, I need to take this table. We got to get this out of here. And they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, your new furniture's coming in.
He's
They're
like,
bringing in like 5-10 minutes. He's like, who
Mark,
authorized this?
He's like Mark or Jeff. Jeff told me. He's
oh,
like,
he's
Jeff,
like, Jeff told you.
We're
Oh.
getting new furniture, guys.
Oh, we're getting new furniture, guys. Jeff said. So they walked out of there with free furniture.
It's a good idea.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Why don't you just do that?
I don't know if that would go over well with a lot of people. If I just walked in, it's like you're getting a new
Well,
chair.
I'd say
courtesy
just because they
of
did on
us.
the show doesn't mean make it less illegal. Hilarious,
True.
but more than
I
illegal.
suppose it technically is illegal.
Yes.
It's technically stealing. So I'm all for it because we wouldn't be in trouble, but you know.
Yeah, and I'd rather not go to jail, so or even have to deal with it. So
Yeah,
throw 'em
same.
like a $5
Same.
bill or something.
yes, give me your $100 chair. Here's $5.
Well, no one's saying take a $100 chair.
How do you gauge the value of a chair?
It's
I
tough
don't know.
Yeah, it's.
because this 20 like
This is-
technically bought for $25.
But I would say if.
But it was used, so
It's
whatever
got
the
a
price
few-
was, it
it's
went down.
Nicked up a little
Yeah,
bit,
but
but
Okay, so he walks in, he's talking with the person, and then maybe he takes like, I don't know, something just like sandpaper and scratches a little bit, rubs it off, makes it look less valuable. Like, huh, That thing's probably worth like $5-10. Here, I'll give it to you. Thanks.
Well, that's what he could do. He could come in accidentally, so it's like a cloth chair or something. So it's kind of like Z-Man's. You come in,
Yeah.
you accidentally dump a full pot of coffee on
Oh, even better.
on the chair, and then you go, "Oh shoot, can I like pay you for the chair?"
Yeah.
And then you pay like $20 for the chair.
Until it's like a super nice,
Oh,
like
here you
lazy
go.
boy chair,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Well, I bought it for 500."
I have pest control go in, thinking like, oh, there's some kind of bed bug issue. You need to get that chair out of here. Put it on the front lawn. You just swing by, pick it up, boom.
I feel like there's a lot of extra steps on a lot of these because I would then have to have pest control come by.
Mine's
That's
the
a,
easiest
That's
option.
a simple phone call or email.
Yeah,
Mine's
but
the most legal and the best way you're gonna get the chair. You
Just
gotta
going and buying it.
spill something on it.
Oh.
Offer to buy the chair.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
just
how
please get a chair.
We're on 5 minutes. They're talking about the chair, so
That's how it's supposed to be. We're working into it.
Yeah.
I came firing in. I was an hour late.
Yep.
I
Oh,
need some
bless
caffeine
me.
to kick in. Oh,
Well, was it an hour?
incredibly
Oh, it
late
was
today.
an hour, wow.
So late today. It happens.
No, we don't need to roll right into what we're planning on.
Yes, it's
You know,
like
you
a
can
little
talk
little
bit. That's the
intro.
point of this. Is just to talk.
We're smooth. We're lubing everybody up. We're getting
Oh, I
them.
like that.
yeah,
We're
just,
lubing
I'm
them
already
up.
juiced, so I can fire clean into it.
I know.
oh, but you have one thing I want to say.
Yes.
Last night I watched a movie I haven't watched before.
What?
That I'm embarrassed to say that I haven't watched before. Did you ever watch it? Wally.
Yes.
Incredible.
With Eva. It's an
Yeah.
adorable story.
This is one of the best movies I've ever watched in my entire life.
It's
Very
great.
good. Very good.
I was blown away.
Yes.
Because Grace and I were talking about that the other day.
But
She
you never
was
seen
like,
that. Because wasn't that like one of the first big like Disney movies with that kind of animation or like that good?
it's from
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah.
And we're talking about it. Grace and I were talking about it yesterday while we were eating lunch. And she was like, "Man, I kind of want to watch Wally." Like, said like, "I haven't saw that movie in forever." And I was like, "Never watched it." And she's like, "You've never watched it?" So we plan on watching it. And
It's
incredible.
it's
There-
also
I was-
horrifying at the same
Oh,
time.
it's so scary.
Yeah, there's a scene that is kind of sad though, where when he first like comes to and he's like, "Where's the other machine?"
Oh yeah,
And
he's
there's-
just alone.
Yeah, that part is like, ooh, it's like that would suck.
Yeah, it's sad. And then you see how like the humans turned out. That's terrifying.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, they don't
When,
leave their
uh,
chairs because they at this point can't. They are fixated so much on
The
screens,
screen,
and then you look in real life. It's like, huh? As you're sitting there in a chair or a bed,
yeah. Staring
not
at a
getting up,
screen.
staring at a screen.
Eating
Huh.
snacks.
Oh, consistently.
Yeah, but and then when Alan Thicke comes on as he's the president,
Yeah.
and he comes on and he's like, "Don't come back to Earth because it's gone." Basically, he puts back
Oh, yeah,
on like
they're-
his breathing apparatus and
Yep.
didn't like it. It kind of scared me, but
No.
great movie. When
That's
they go
very
back to Earth, they're restarting over.
Yeah, it was a very well done movie.
Yeah,
Liked
I
it.
feel like I'm
Surprised you never seen it.
about 13 years late to the party, but
Oh,
and we're back.
do you wonder? Do you think is that gonna be? Is that having to do with the computer? Do you think, or the app, or do you think that has to do with our stuff?
It doesn't do it very often. I'm wondering if it's almost cold. Maybe issue.
Yeah, maybe.
Or is it all speculation?
Well,
don't
I
really
see.
know.
We'll just have to keep going, and then maybe once it gets warmer and it still doesn't, then we know it's not because it's cold.
Yeah, I
necessarily.
try to like close everything on here so nothing should even be open.
Yeah.
But let me go through and just make sure. I'm just gonna reclose everything.
Oh my lord.
What? We're still rolling.
I'm not saying that.
Why are you panicking over there?
I'm not panicking.
It's stressful on this side of the desk.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Why do our holes over here look way more professional than yours?
Because I did yours with a different drill bit.
Oh, that makes sense.
His was beginner, massive.
Mine was honestly like was the complete test run. I figured
Makes
out
sense.
what a good size, and this one I think like the size I had originally was just a little bit too small for the piece. So I'm like, okay, I gotta make it bigger,
You
and
went
I went a
too
little
big,
probably a little
yeah.
bit too far, just thinking like let's just try to be on the safe end, and then, I mean, it still looks decent. It
Yeah.
just your guys' was so much better, and then you get these holes over here where I just went stir crazy and just
Yeah. You and Zach on it,
punctured
yeah.
a bunch of holes.
You
It
went
worked
Zach
out.
on.
Yeah.
Hey, it worked out though.
Yeah.
Because the table looks so much better.
Oh, way
Oh,
better. Than
it's
the
so nice.
original
I can
one,
have like 2 drinks
I,
now.
I say I
and
cut it down to the
I
right
got
length. It's
snacks,
a
I
perfect length now with those legs. We got so much room
Is
for
that your dinner?
activities.
Well, it's to hold me off until I have my chicken and rice.
Ah, sounds good.
So it's just a little something to hold me off until.
Are you not a rice fan?
Oh, I love chicken rice. It just doesn't sound that good.
Well, it's good rice.
I
and
also
good
had
chicken,
beat ups
though.
today, so I.
I'm so full.
I'm also gonna soak my chicken in buffalo sauce. So,
With rice?
well, I won't put the buffalo sauce on the rice.
What's going to be on the rice then?
Probably some flavoring.
It's like a Spanish rice.
Ooh, sounds good.
Oh, well, I'm definitely off.
Why?
Hate Spanish rice.
What don't you like about it?
No, it's just, it doesn't taste good. When I have rice, I just want some normal rice that I can put brown sugar.
Oh my
On?
god.
Incredible. We've
On
talked
brown
about this.
rice?
On normal white rice.
Oh, you can put brown sugar on there?
Yeah.
Oh my
dude,
God, delicious.
Sounds off the chain.
It's incredible.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
We used to eat it
But-
all the time for
Is this a
high school
thing?
lunch. Yes.
But,
Oh my god.
But the thing is, for dinner though, you would put. That's more of like a.
Well, you've seen what he eats.
Yeah,
it
I
ain't
know.
good.
Also, generally when I eat chicken and rice, I mean I eat like a chicken and rice hot dish, not chicken separated with rice.
Oh, I would put. The
Like,
Back
I
when
mean
you were-
like a
back when
chicken
you were
rice hot
working
dish
out?
with cream of mushroom, cream of
No.
whatever wheat
See, I
or
would
any of
just-
the multiple
I would
things.
just cut the chicken up and put it in like the Spanish rice, so I don't have.
Well, that doesn't
to-
make it better because
Back when you were working out, though, didn't you?
What?
Eat chicken and rice? No, you ate chicken and potatoes.
chicken and my general thing was like chicken and
potatoes.
pasta
Oh.
with either barbecue
Sounds
sauce
so
or
good.
God, it was fucking terrible.
I had it for lunch today. It was off the
Chicken
chain.
and pasta with barbecue sauce? Ooh.
It was good, but
Not
you
barbecue
get
sauce,
sick
like
of it
Alfredo.
real quick. But then
Oh,
see,
well,
then
that's
I,
obviously better. But
and then I
got it for
switched
free,
over
too,
to
so-
Oh, that's,
Alfredo.
of course, even better.
And then at night would be every once in a while I'd make like tilapia or something with potatoes, but generally it was always just chicken because there was just so much extra with 2 potatoes and yeah, worst eating of my life. Bland, no taste.
Well, you don't have like to like eat healthier and like stuff. You don't have to eat bland stuff. It doesn't have to be bland.
Yeah, it's just but see, I'm stuck with my seasonings. Okay, Montreal chicken.
Salt and pepper.
I put actual seasoning.
Oh, okay. I know for a long time you were a salt and pepper guy. Salt and pepper on chicken.
Oh well, salt. I mean, on chicken, I just do salt and pepper, and then like garlic salt.
Probably only did that until I discovered Montreal chicken, and then at that point I only use Montreal.
Well, if you
chicken.
cook chicken right, it doesn't, and you're gonna put like use a sauce with it. Which if you don't have a sauce with chicken, you're
Well, I think the thing was,
psycho.
I think the thing was
Like
too
So-
was I'd cook probably like 5, 6, 7 days worth of pieces of chicken.
Oh, so by the last one,
So
last
well, yeah,
one's
but, so like that
last
night,
one's
because
rubbish.
I'd always make it for those 5, 6, 7 days, but then I was making for that night. And that night, delicious,
Yeah.
juicy, so flavorful, perfect. Well, yeah, by the 3rd day, the stuff has been sitting in the fridge. It's dried out. It's disgusting, and then it's being microwaved. It's just disgusting.
comes out like somehow it comes out rubbery, but
Yeah.
also like a brick as well.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how it does that.
Not. It's dry too.
Yeah, it's as dry as anything.
So then I'm eating that with noodles that I threw into a plastic bowl with water, threw them in the microwave to heat them up enough to cook them, and then threw on some ragu sauce or something, whatever kind of Alfredo, and yep, eat that while I sit in the back room at the gym and get ready to go back to work. Hated it.
I still feel like that might for your eating style. I feel like that's almost more enjoyable than what you are doing currently.
It probably would have if it was the more fresh chicken. And if I
Yeah.
cooked noodles normally like on a pot and pan, which I'm sure I don't, it probably is not a big difference than in the microwave. Maybe, maybe not. It's got to be because that's just,
It's a huge difference.
it's got to be a
Yeah.
huge difference.
Yeah.
So I'm sure if I did it that way and maybe some better like some really good high quality Alfredo sauce with some nice fresh juicy chicken, I'm sure I'd be having the time of my life. But again, though, I was,
I'm sure I'd be having the time of my life.
I'm sure if I did it that way,
The way you
I don't think
said
I
it,
ever
too,
would have
was
gone off it. I bet I
perfect, yeah.
still would have been eating good.
The way you said it was so perfect because it was. You were so not having the time of your life when you said the statement. That it's just I'd probably be having the
The
time of my
highlight
life.
taste of my days was the Oikos yogurt that I'd have either before or after workout, and then the protein shake were the best part of my meals.
Why don't you still do a protein shake?
Oh, I don't know. I should. I've been thinking about trying to get back to the gym. I just don't know when.
This gym sucks. I probably won't go back.
That's when we were
to our gym or
in general.
Just a gym in general. It's overrated.
I just want to, but it's like, and then I think
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to get back in shape like I used to be, but I don't want to go to the gym. So like when we were talking about you having the weights, I was saying that like that same day, I was thinking of just buying some dumbbells
Yep.
and just doing it in my room when I had, if I'm watching a movie or something.
Oh, I just did a day while I was watching a podcast in my room.
It's
It's
incredible
lovely.
Mhm.
Said otherwise you have to get dressed, you have to go to the gym.
because I'm
You
not
have
trying to like,
drive there, come back. You got to talk to people.
yeah, and I'm not like
Gotta
trying
shower.
I'm not trying to get all bulked up, muscly and whatnot. Just tone myself up a bit again.
Yeah, we just want to get those bodies so we can wear those Tommy Bahama shirts this summer.
Oh, absolutely.
So we can
That's
be
right.
So we can have some nice flowy shirts.
So I was telling him too.
So
is
if they
I might
open
just-
up, but we're not,
yeah,
see a nice peck or
it's
something.
like, yeah, exactly. You can see pecs, not
yeah.
flap. Or it's
Or
like,
just
holy
nothing for
Lord,
me."
button that shirt up,
Yeah, right.
please. Thank you.
Can we get extra buttons for that shirt?
And at this point, got T-minus like 2 months.
Run out of time.
'Cause I said once, because I was telling you too, once it gets warm out, I want to be able to just wear like a nice, like,
wife beater.
no, I will never wear a wife beater. Never worn one before. Don't ever plan on wearing one. They
Should we still call them a wife beater?
technically
Seems like a
that's the
term
name.
that you probably shouldn't. I
Cancel
don't think that
culture's
it's a what's
probably
a tank.
coming in on this one.
What's a
but
tank top?
Yeah,
guess,
but I feel
yeah.
like it got the name because they would arrest a lot of people wearing.
Well, I know why
Yeah,
it's
I
got
mean,
the
Well,
name,
it's
but
not
should we
arguing how it
continue
got
to
its name.
call them that?
probably
technically?
not.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I always thought that was its actual name.
I did too.
Literally
growing
up until about 20 seconds ago, I thought it was literally just called a wife beater shirt. I always questioned why it was called that, but I never thought about questioning it enough to a point where it's like, I really should dig into this. Just like, this is a weird name. Wonder why it's that. Whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. One of the first times I ever heard the term was the police arrested a dude after getting in a fight, got a beer bottle broken over his head.
Oh, what?
Beer bottle.
yeah, you kind
Da-
of.
Yeah. Down
I
the
heard
street.
like Bayer aspirin or whatever it is.
No,
Oh,
B-A-Y-E-R.
interesting.
That'd
be a
I
story.
got that out of that one.
Down the street, and the cop was like, he's like, yeah, you see this sometimes. I'm like, oh. He goes, yeah, we arrest quite a number of people wearing wife beaters on it. And I'm like, what's that? He's like, oh, the tank top. Of course, he's wearing it's like ripped and shit, bloody, stained from obvious sweat, Probably vomit too. I don't know. He seemed to be
Yeah.
pretty messed up when they got him.
Well, we're just gonna call them white tank tops from now on.
Oh,
White or black.
why can't it just be colored? Or why can't it just be called tank tops?
Can be called tank tops, but the traditional like wife beater tank top that everyone thinks of is a white
Yeah, it is.
tank top.
But anyway, I will never wear one. They just look like the most uncomfortable thing ever. I hate tank tops in general, also. It's just not a thing for me.
Yeah,
But-
you only really wear them. Supposed to wear them as like an undershirt for.
That's where I've seen them
certain
the
things,
most.
but-
Is like you just you watch a show or a movie and someone's got a suit on. He's undressed for the day and boom, there's the tank top right under his dress shirt.
My dad also used to wear a black tank top, like out
my God.
underneath his leather jacket.
Holy
So you
Lord,
take it
I
off-
prefer how he does it now though. So
Take it off in the bar, and you just have just the black tank top on,
it's just guns,
and he's just
just yoked.
bodied up.
I like
So
I
jealous.
like the sweatshirt with the leather jacket more. So much better. I can picture the black tank top. I don't like it.
Well, I should have seen him.
I can picture it. I'm picturing it like the sweatshirt and the jacket better. Just looks so much cooler. It looks so much better to me.
Oh well, yeah, I love the look of the sweatshirt underneath the leather jacket. I wish I
incredible.
could pull it off.
Oh, but in 3 months we'll be not even close to being able to. But we're trying.
No, because even if we started working out more, it's
Oh, that's years of consistency for him.
yeah. I mean, he's at like 40 straight years of every day working
Of
out.
bicep
So
curls.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
every day since
Damn.
he started working out. He's 12 years old.
He must be yoked.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you
Have you
never
not
seen
seen
his
my
dad?
I've
dad?
never seen your dad.
Huh.
Really interesting.
This is why we gotta get old pops on the
Nice.
on the show.
Try to get him on for one of the episodes coming up. Maybe we'll see.
But
Might be a tough
that's-
sell.
I'll get him eventually.
Well, they wanted to put him in the community center gym commercial,
Oh my! I feel
I'm not
like-
sure if you ever agreed to it. They're like, you just sit at your machine, do curls, and we're just gonna film you for a second and put it like on the commercial, and you're just like, no.
I could see that.
And when he had his,
Just let me do my curls.
yeah, and when he had owned his bar before too, they was like,
Oh my god! I forgot he owned a bar.
yeah, and they
So
wanted
cool.
to do a commercial for the bar and stuff, and he didn't want to be a part of it at all. Not a big public guy. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, he seems like the guy.
I'm
that
sure
just
he's gonna
wants to
knock
just,
my teeth out for talking about him this much.
I'm sure to me, he just kind of seems like a guy. He wants to do his own thing. Leave him alone. Let him do
That's
his bicep
kinda-
curls.
Kind of where he's
Let
at in
him
his life. Just
do what
gotta
he's
leave me
doing.
alone type of thing.
I love it.
He's
I
gotten
strive to be that way.
he's coming out of his shell a little bit more though, with having more people around talking.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see what happens.
Wait, is your dad not much of a talker?
Oh no, he loves talking,
Okay.
but at home and like he likes the bar scene and stuff. But
Okay.
my dad's also the best storyteller.
Okay.
I feel like so many dads are.
Yeah, they just I
Dads
don't
are
know
the
what it
best.
is. They just know how to tell a
moms
story.
No, dads know how to tell a
Oh
story.
yeah.
Oh yeah, moms. I won't say my mom's a bad storyteller, but she's not the best
I hate
compared to my dad. But
I don't hate it. I just don't care enough.
yeah,
It sounds mean, and she probably will listen to this and just get so pissed off at me. But I'd rather listen to my dad's stories. His are funny. He's got so much.
yeah, they do a lot more
Pizzazz to
gestures
it
and
here.
like you
He's,
can
you
like
know.
see what's happening and
And you can just see it in their face when, oh, this is a good part coming up.
Yeah.
Buckle up for this one.
oh, that's
here."
why I always set my dad up for stories because he always tells them almost the same exact way. So I'll just
Oh,
ask him
yeah.
like, what was it that happened again that one time with whatever, and he'd be like, well,
Right. So get this.
yeah, right.
right.
He gets excited to tell it
Ah, it
for
was
the
incredible.
millionth
I loved how
time.
my dad did it. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's just
I go to my house, tell a story, and just like, ah, cool, yeah. Be done now.
oh,
It's like, Dad, keep it going here. Guys, check this story out. Come listen to this as he tells it for the 5th time in 5 minutes.
yeah, it's possible. They just I feel like they did a lot more. It's not really like discredit to
Maybe
my
not
mom
always
or
even
anything,
a lot
but
more. It just felt like they did in that time frame just almost worse stuff.
Oh, the things
Oh,
they did
100%.
terrible.
So much
The
worse.
things they
Terrible.
did were terrible.
Like it just which
That's
just made
probably
the
why
story
it's more
so
interesting.
yeah, that's what I mean is I just made it such a better story. It's just like I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, that's why our stories, basically suck.
Ours are terrible.
Because
LOL. We threw a can in the street.
Yeah, threw a beer can in
LOL.
the street. Pretty cool.
Check this out. We built.
Want me to tell it again?
Right. Yeah, that's. Check this out. We bought a mannequin. We good?
Yeah, we're
Okay,
back again.
But eventually, though, I feel like we will eventually. I don't know if there's if we should keep the certain thing with it or not.
That might be not safe for work. What's
I mean, if we put it behind, if we put it like right there behind your chair, that
We can
is
blur
cut
it
off,
out.
But that too. That way people know.
Block
But
it
they
out.
can't.
or I
Yeah.
might borrow it. Borrow it for some promotional pictures.
Yeah.
I like
Maybe we should buy 2 more.
Yes.
Boys will be looking huge.
Yeah.
My confidence would be through the roof.
Yeah,
for that
like
5-minute
it'd be awesome.
photo shoot.
Like where it just catches the eye, like people can't even look at anything else. And they don't even know who's in the podcast because they won't even look up.
Yeah, no, they're just like, wow.
Yeah, your eyes are just
Okay.
drawn.
Wow.
I'm surprised you guys when you first got it, you never like tossed it in and like went to the bars or something just as a joke, just seeing what would happen. Surprised that never like, was a thing.
Yeah, I don't know why it never happened, honestly.
Because that'd be hilarious.
Well, one of the people in the house don't need to.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And the other
But the
would
other-
be too scared if anything
Yeah.
were to happen.
Yeah. Someone asks, how are you supposed to?
Yeah, like in a
Like-
scenario where you go back home with a young lady of age that's consenting. Everyone's consenting. If
Okay.
the pants come off,
All I could think was Frank.
Yeah.
Frank would.
When he does the has to do the pageant show and It's Always Sunny.
Oh God. That is
Their locker room is this way. Their dressing room is this way. Mine is this way. I'm going this way. They went that way.
And then he's talking to the Undertaker's like, "Do you guys bang the dead bodies?" he's like,
Jesus.
"No." He's like, "I don't care if I die." He's like, "Throw me in the gutter, bang,
Bang
me,
me, bury
fill,
me."
yeah, fill me up with shit. I don't give a shit. I'm dead."
Frank's
That's what you just saying. Of age consent. It just completely reminded me of that.
covering the bases.
You're covering the absolutely, but still just funny.
But when the pants come off and the
Well, but
the fake
but think about this
wiener
though.
hits the floor,
If you
That's-
go to the
where do you
bath-
go from there?
Yeah, or if you go to the bathroom first.
But then they're also like
they're expecting
the partner in the scenario is expecting.
Yeah,
Well, here's
just something crazy.
here's
Yeah,
my
like just maybe
issue
even to
with,
see what it looks
here's
like.
my issue with all of this.
What?
There's 4 of us in the house. One of them doesn't need it.
Yeah.
You got a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. We don't, have to worry about bringing someone home. And then you got our last one. He hates sex. So he's not taking anyone
Allegedly.
home. Allegedly. He ain't going to take someone home.
See, that's crazy to me.
So
that
any one of
he
us, any one of us
allegedly hates it.
3. I think he's
Doesn't care.
just enjoying life.
Yeah.
To a degree. Like us all. But you know what I mean? So like all 3 of us, no one has to worry about, oh, what happens when we get home? Well, there's only one thing that happens. Be done with it.
True. Though
You know what I mean?
I do agree with him though. It would be
In a scenario.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
wildly
Yes, it is.
depressing for someone to come back, see it, and be like, "Oh, okay."
Well, that's why the lights are off.
Yeah, I think they
Then
could
tie
still
a
tell.
stick to it. I
Tie a
don't
stick
know.
to it?
I don't know. Put it like I don't know what's happening in there.
That sounded like Dad, didn't it?
That sounds like Mike a little bit.
Do they not know we're out here?
They do.
They don't
They do.
care.
They
You know,
don't care.
Dad doesn't care. You could be
Luckily,
sick
this
as a
whole-
dog trying to sleep at 3 in the morning. He's like, all right, time to do the dishes.
Luckily, this whole
As he
26
shatters all.
minute opening is probably just going to be cut.
Yeah, especially the last
Why?
like 10 minutes, probably.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with it.
Why would it be cut?
I'm just saying that for the episode, it may just be extra.
Oh, it could just
material.
be its own thing.
Yeah, it might be its own thing.
Or you just let it go. Because this is what we're about. It's just talking.
I know.
Yes, we have topics, but like, we can do a double feature if we want.
Not tonight with how late Reno was. Oof.
Why?
What do
He's
you
2
gotta do?
hours late.
You and I
I-
got to work at the same time.
Well, no, I have to work at 8 and then I'm done at 11. So,
Oh, okay.
Oh, 3 hour day?
Lord.
yeah, I have to work tomorrow.
I like how his facial expressions are wearing off on all of us. I've started to notice this recently because you just did it too. You're like, we could do a double feature, and you're like,
Well, I thought he would be a sure thing for it
I-
because so far he has been.
Can I
and
tell
then-
you, if we got to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, well, you can't say no.
Oh.
Why would ya?
Yeah.
Because then you got to think.
I'm
like,
not
we
in
ain't
the
record
business of
until
really saying
for another
no.
4 days. Got to get some going.
Not really in the business of saying no. Well, actually, I am. I
You,
do.
but
like
you
being
can't
telling people
have
say no,
too much.
I have recently
audio.
really started to love saying no, and probably like the last year. But I was always like a person that would say either maybe or yeah, I'll do that, and then I wouldn't go or something, and
Yeah.
still now I just say no.
but- Oh,
I love it now.
and I feel bad.
Takes
'cause-
all the pressure
Well,
off.
I think it helps. Well, I shouldn't say help, but like knowing that your last house, there was no yes or no. There was you are going.
Oh, you had
You're
to,
not getting-
you had to
we're
go
not-
or you wouldn't survive.
We're not asking you if you want to. It's get
You're either
ready,
going or your
let's
life's
go.
gonna be a living hell if you don't go with. So
It's still like that a little bit. Not nearly as bad as it was for you guys, but
well,
to some
no.
degree it is still like
Well,
that.
now it's kind of even though, because it's like
Yeah.
you and I'll say no,
You and me are the only ones who do say no.
and they'll try to pressure us into going out. We'll
So
say no,
much.
so it's an even playing field. At the old house, it was going to be 4-1 if someone said no.
Yeah.
Because once someone would say no, then the other people that wanted to say no couldn't say it anymore. That everyone would jump on the bandwagon, pile on that last person,
Oh yeah.
and then we're dragging them to the bar.
Not gonna lie, yeah. When you see the seal in the ocean and you're all sharks, you attack the seal.
Yeah, you gotta.
That's just naturally how it is.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good way of putting it.
I haven't been a seal or a shark, but
I would say majority of the time I've been a shark. It's just
I've probably been a SEAL most
I
of
mean,
my life.
you basically just said no to doing more podcasts. So
No,
I
I
think
didn't.
you're the seal in the
I
situation.
didn't. I just said if I got to do it. So basically,
There should be no. If I got it, it should be hell yeah, let's go.
hey, I don't give a shit if I'm late. I'm late probably once a week.
Why do you, on God's green earth, think you'd be late?
Yeah, why are you
We
late?
we go
you
off
kidding?
this for
I li-
another
I
little bit,
literally
and then we
live-
start what
I
we
live
wanted
in
to
the
talk
bu-
about.
I
and
live-
before you know it, you're home in bed before 11 o'clock still. It's
I
not like
li-
it's 10.
So then what you do after that point, it's your fault.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna fuck around in my house, of course. and-
Exactly.
But
But then that's on you. It's not
No,
on
I know.
us.
But I live right next door to the office. I'm so late because I get up later.
That just doesn't make
I get
any sense.
Well, I get up later. Where normally, if I lived back home, it's like get up, get out of the shower within like 10 minutes,
well,
change and everything.
It makes sense in a sense because when I'm back in DL, my parents' house is like 10 minutes from, at least from the place that I work. So it's like I can leave 10 minutes before and I'll be there on time. As we're here, it can be questionable on a time like to get to the gym.
I don't know.
when
I
we're
guess-
still
I
working
guess
there.
my thing
So
is,
I'd
like,
always
I
leave a
have
half hour
class
early.
10 feet from where I sleep. I still get
Yeah.
up with enough time to get ready if I need and go there.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Class is different
I'm-
though.
I also
Why?
Because you don't have right now. You don't have to like get dressed though for it. You don't have to like get up and prepare that
Not
you're
all
gonna
the
be
time, but there have
that
been
you're gonna
times
be out
where
of the
I
house
do.
for the rest of the
Let
day.
me tell you, if
He's
I
got to get up.
if I
He's got to
could-
get dressed.
If I could wear tracksuits, oh, in and out, take me 2 minutes. I could literally get up at 7:45 and be there.
So why don't you?
Like I can't.
Can't wear a tracksuit.
Yeah, you can't wear a
Oh,
tracksuit.
I didn't.
That's
hear,
what you just
I
said.
didn't
No,
hear the
yeah.
tracksuit part.
And plus, I shower in the mornings too. I'll shower
I
at night
usually-
every.
I
now and
usually
then.
do not. I don't always anymore shower in the mornings.
I never shower in the mornings.
So-
I mean, I.
If I'm gonna shower, I shower the night
well, what I
before.
mean is like today, I didn't shower today. I'll probably
haven't
shower
either yet.
tonight because
Yeah, I'll
my
shower
plan
tonight.
was to shower either before or after Suns, and then we watch another episode because I wanted to. I'm sure you did too as well. And also,
I didn't
knew-
even. I didn't even think there's an option that we weren't.
I
gonna watch
also
the
knew,
second
I also
episode.
knew what episode it was, and I'm like, I've been waiting for months to watch this episode because of this season, and I'm finally doing it. So, got it. So,
Good episode.
it's my favorite one of that season. Just a very powerful episode.
Yeah, it was very good, and I'm glad.
I do like that list you made for the episodes, though.
Yeah,
I do
just
like that.
make sure to grab yours. Yeah,
Yes.
at least someone said something about it.
Yeah, I did. I,
I
do
put-
like it.
I
I
put
will
it on
have
a certain person's bed, hoping I'd get a snap about it, how cool it was, and I got nothing.
What happened?
The schedule I gave you, put it on your
He
bed
didn't even know.
When did you put the schedule on there?
yesterday when I got home from work. I put it literally I put it right on your bed. You could not miss it.
Grace must have moved it.
That's a real bummer because I felt so good.
I'm
Go
going to-
get this thing. I felt so good, and I knew I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll give you yours on Thursday.
like it.
You'll like it. And I'm like, here, I'll get a snap from him tonight. I just know it. I got nothing.
What I have to do though when I get home, one day is literally go for the Always Sunny. When we do that one, I'll have to fucking go through and start typing every single episode
Yeah.
and go through. But I'm very pumped about that
Oh,
one.
that'll be a great one.
Like what my thing is we vote to who has the best season put together. You know what I'm saying? So you pick like the number one like.
Oh, like you choose
You-
your own episode
so-
to make your own season.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes,
I like
because
that.
and
That
then,
is
and then
sweet.
we argue. It's like, well, this episode's better in this season than that one.
I feel like, dude, none of us can fully be wrong because
100%. Yeah.
first off, we'll have a lot of the
It's-
similar episodes,
yeah.
but that's a real bummer.
But it'd be very similar to that, except it's going to probably be 2 pages. And I think we should do this on air where we're like trying to figure out which
Oh, absolutely.
which episode because I'm so juiced for it.
What are we doing?
The Always
Fill me
Sunny.
in.
The Always Sunny. So
are we doing a?
I'm-
Are we
well-
doing the top 10
Oh, but
thing
no.
list?
Well, listen,
Okay,
listen,
I, just
listen.
brought- I asked a
So
question, then I just
list
started talking.
every
Listen
season-
to this.
List every
I like
season.
this.
Go like episode 1 through whatever. Name them 2, 3, all the way through, and you take whatever opening episode of each season you like the most. So like, if you like season 4's opening episode, that's your first
Just
episode
watched
of
that
each.
one, like, 2
yeah,
days ago.
awesome. The second episode. So whatever second episode of any season you like, there we create.
Oh, you're making the perfect season.
Yes.
We're
your-
making our own
Yes.
seasons.
That's a
Oh,
sweet
that
idea.
sounds
Yes.
so cool.
I
and
like
so
that.
then from there we talk afterwards. We talk about who has the best season,
I like
the
that.
most watchable season.
That's
Well,
interesting.
it's all watchable, but
Yes, but
Except
I
for
mean,
the first season.
Ooh.
I still love the first
Yeah,
season.
First
Love
season's
this.
pretty good.
Charlie's got cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the gang gets racist. Ooh, awesome one. Just super
Sorry.
bad, but yeah.
Charlie gets molested.
That's a good one. Too.
That is a good one. 'Cause that's when you first meet his
Yeah,
uncle.
Yeah, show us where the doll. And he's like he's slowly doing. He's like, come on, do it. But yes, I'm very pumped for that one. But I'm going to have to spend some time.
Oh, that'll be one like with these schedules now.
Yes.
I like the JFK and then in parentheses tangents.
Oh, you had to know. But no, I had made that, and I set it on your bed. I put it nice and on your bed because I knew this is the perfect side. He'll see this as soon as he walks in. I'm like, I'll get a snap. I'll feel so good. And that whole night, I just had to just did it vibrate? Nothing. Got never a response or
Yeah,
never a snap.
never saw it.
I
Grace
went
must
to
have
bed
moved it.
so sad.
But I do like.
But now I know I can blame Grace for it.
Yeah, but go ahead, blame her for it.
I'm blaming her for it.
I like this bad boy though. Should have got it laminated.
I'll
but
laminate
if-
the next ones
But
that
if
are-
we get it laminated, then we can't fill in these ones.
Yeah, see, I left
no,
those.
no.
I left
No, I
space.
gotta
but we
ask,
can laminate them.
What are you thinking to do when he's out of town? You know what I'm saying?
Why don't we figure that out off
Okay.
air?
Okay. Well,
Because
sounds
we can
good.
talk with him about that as well,
Yes.
and maybe spend some more time on that.
Yeah.
Like business wise
I don't know.
or pleasure wise. I won't be here, but
Pick
I'm,
one.
I'm
Both.
interested.
Pick
Both.
one.
I don't know. I'm not gonna be here. I'll be in LA, baby.
Well, how about we just do one and we cut him out of those 2 episodes?
I'm in.
That sounds like a bummer.
We have like Jess fill in or something.
Well, anyone can do it at this point.
Yeah.
Not with my mic and my chair though.
You take.
What are you taking your chair with?
No, but ain't nobody sitting in these bad boys.
I'll put a sheet over it or something. They can sit on the sheet.
Off limits. Off limits.
But yeah, so we can follow that now too. So we got that.
I'm in.
But yeah, we'll figure that out because I'm looking forward to that kind of
Yeah.
episode. That'd be fun. It'd be
Oh.
fun to do that with multiple shows even as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
It's
Oh my god, South Park one.
South Park.
Now,
Breaking Bad. 2 episodes
That
of
one-
each season.
it's
but Breaking Bad seems a lot harder because
It's
there's
tough 'cause-
structure. and
yeah,
plot to
that's what
that
I was
one,
gonna say.
whereas, like it's always sunny. South Park.
Are you being serious right here? Because
Am I
Box
being-
Cutter for sure is one of them.
yeah,
Well, there's so many that are for sure one. I'm just
but something that makes those episodes so good is
Is
what
the
just happened
continu-
prior
yeah,
to
whereas
it.
like
No,
it's
I
always
agree.
sunny, South Park, Family, all of these kind of shows. There's no actual plot. It's just what are they doing today?
Because on
Almost.
like
So you
modern,
can-
because like on Hulu with Modern Family, they have like at the top they have like Fizbo episodes. They have like
yeah.
different sections of episodes
Yeah.
that they've created for like playlists and stuff. So this
Well,
would be like a
yeah,
playlist
The Office
of.
used to do
great
that too,
episodes.
where it'd be like the
I
most
say
watched.
Jess got like a free week of Peacock, and so we were watching The Office on there, and yeah, they have like different kinds of playlists
Yeah.
for it. It's actually pretty cool.
Because
Yeah,
I
I like
was
it.
even thinking on the Always Sunny one. After we do the first one, we do a best Frank episode, best Charlie episode, best Mac episode, best Dennis episode.
Charlie feels like it's gonna be a hard one because there's so many.
I've already picked.
You've already-
I've already picked the
Okay.
Dennis one. The
Well, that's
impli-
cool, but I was
the-
talking about Charlie.
The implication.
The gang buys a boat.
Yes.
That's a good episode.
Oh, my favorite.
That's how you
Den-
patronize someone.
I would say that
I toss me the keys.
I feel like Dennis pops off the most though in the high school reunion episodes.
Oh,
He
oh
pops
yeah,
off.
he is.
not.
I am the golden god.
I need my tools.
You were never that
Zip
cool.
ties,
you kinda
duct
just
tape,
walked around
tools.
saying you're the golden god, and then walk away and go eat with what is
Yeah,
it? Ronald
uh,
McDonald and
and Charlie.
but what was his name?
No, it was Ronald McDonald.
Oh, he's got a nickname for him.
Charlie also had a nickname, didn't he?
I don't think
Yeah, I think so. It's like
You had Ronnie the
Ronnie
oh
the Rat.
Ronnie the Rat,
Yeah,
which
and
was
I think
Matt.
it's Charlie. I think it's just they name
Was
him
it?
as
Is that
Charlie.
Ronnie the Rat?
I
Okay.
feel like he had some like a nickname though,
I don't think so, but
like gutter trash or
It does sound like they've called him that before.
I think
I
they
don't know if
call-
that was the reunion one.
I think
but
they do call him it in the thing, but I don't, But the best Rickety Cricket one, the best episode with just the other characters in it.
is this all gonna be one episode?
No, multiples. You telling me we couldn't do a full hour plus on best Dennis episode?
Well, we could because there would be so many just telling of the episode of just what was and just laughing that.
Yeah.
but this would definitely have to be more than one episode.
Yeah.
There's the choosing your perfect season alone. It would take an episode.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
So then
Yeah,
going
for
in and
sure.
choosing
I'm-
like different playlists
Let
for
me
each
tell you,
character would have to be its
that
own
one of
thing.
all these, I'm juiced for these, but boy, that one I am so juiced for.
We're just crap all over our fun schedule.
Oh, our schedule is still gonna be.
So now you're
fun
not
as hell.
juiced for our triple header night.
Oh,
Oh,
apparently
next
he
Thursday?
could not
I'm
hate it more.
Juiced for this one. This one.
This
let me-
is the night I'm
The
juiced up.
The triple feature.
yeah,
good
triple
one.
muscles, mustaches, just manliness really.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for it.
Oh God, yeah.
I love how this.
They all
one
got
says-
great bodies.
I love how this one says LA recap first Rito at Fred's End. I love that.
I gotta throw it in there.
I like Fears Part 1 question mark. Oh, we'll be back on Fears.
Exactly.
Sure,
That's
yeah.
why it's a question.
Fears are creeping up already.
Why?
Yeah, what do we got? What do we got?
What
What
kind
do we
of fears
got?
you got right now?
Fears we're not gonna get to the actual fucking topic at any point, or we're what at
You don't like
40 minutes.
easiest 40 minutes you've ever done in your
Yeah,
life, I
this
bet.
has actually been pretty easy.
Exactly. And we're at.
We're also
8:40.
catching
So
up.
we do another 20 minutes. We have an hour episode right there, and then
Yeah, we're stacking episodes. We
I
might
mean,
be putting
again,
out
it's-
2 a week.
it's like I feel like he thinks that like we're going
We
until
might put
like
up
2
4
a.m.
episodes
or
a week.
something.
I was already planning on going to 2 a.m. I feel
Well,
like
then what's been the issue this whole time of
I
you
want-
like? Oh,
I
I
wanna
suppose
fire- I have
if I
so
have
many
if I
goddamn
have
tangents.
to if I have
I-
to do it, I'll
I
do
want
it.
to fire out my fucking. Graph
You'll get
right
to your
now.
conspiracy shit here. on
Well,
the
if
next
Isaac hasn't
episode that
figured
we'll
out what's happening, it's he wants to get to that because he's got so much information.
Oh,
I'm also stalling because I have no information.
Don't worry.
I
So there's a little bit of both.
surprised I did more homework than you.
This, yeah, that
I
is
was
actually
well.
surprising.
I had like I had an hour that I set aside for today that was going to be it, and then I had to help Grace move couches and stuff, which ate up 4 hours of the day. So I ate the
No,
whole
I'm
thing. up.
not saying any. Like, I have no problem talking. I do enjoy talking. Don't shit on me saying, "Oh, you're trying to get off of it." Right.
I'm
now.
not.
But I figured you would have.
I was thinking it.
I was about to say it.
I
No,
know.
I'm just kidding.
Someone was thinking
It was
but-
in my. It was immediately a thought in my head.
No,
before you
but-
even finished.
But let me tell you,
Still a thought in my head.
spent probably 45 minutes just going to town.
oh my
on-
god! So I did more stuff than you.
yeah,
of
but
reading.
you have to also realize I know a vast majority
you
of
know
this
so
stuff in
much.
my head. So
I know. Well, get to your stuff. Let's just.
Yes.
Let's just have. Let's just.
we can keep talking, but I feel like
We'll
we
go
are-
for a few more minutes,
I
and
fe-
then we'll
but
do.
my other thing though is I feel like we are talking about a lot of our episodes that are coming up, and
Yeah, maybe this is like a
Prelude.
this is a trailer.
Okay.
Oh.
I like that idea.
Maybe we're just telling people what's on the
also like-
I
horizon.
like.
I also like how you're
one
holding it,
word
too.
changes his whole mindset on it. Yeah, I don't like that we're probably doing this, but it's a trailer. Oh, I like that then.
Well,
It
sometimes you
sounded
just need to
cool.
be
It
sold.
sounded
So-
cool. Yeah, I do like how he's holding it. It brings it all together for me.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of feel like you're a performer.
Yeah.
And with the camera not being on now,
Mhm.
we're not.
But
we're-
we weren't planning on using that. We were just using snippets for now.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. But now we don't
Can I
have to
tell you
like.
something that
worry
is
about-
bothering me? I am the only one dressed up right now. I deliberately
Who gives you
didn't,
shit?
didn't go home to change, but it's cool. I'm not gonna blame you.
Oh my
two,
god,
but
he didn't go home. He didn't walk up 2 flights of stairs
It's
to
actually
go
not
home.
the same building, but
Okay, he didn't walk across to the other building.
hey,
What?
if I would have fired on.
What does it matter what you're wearing?
Cause
You're on audio,
yeah,
not
But-
video.
look at this. The
What
one
would
that-
you have put on then?
Tracksuit. It's a tracksuit. type
Why
of
don't you
deal.
just keep one in your car then? Why don't you keep like a? Why don't you go buy a spare tracksuit to keep in your car at all times for this kind of thing?
Or you hang one up in the garage.
Oh,
So you
In
change
here?
and you get it.
there we
Okay,
go.
I like that.
We'll get a
idea.
dressing room.
I like that idea.
We'll move this stuff. We'll have a dressing room. There you go. Not bad.
I kind of like that.
That'll be for future endeavors.
Yeah, 100%. I'm comfy now though.
That's good. I
It
hope
is.
so.
It is pleasantly warmed up. I feel like by talking, I'm gotten warmer. My feet still ice.
Oh, thank God,
boxes,
that was
but-
like a vape that was coming out of your mouth. 'Cause like it's gotten warmer. I thought that was like that.
As he's blowing
Yeah.
cold air.
I was like, whoa, he's freezing. But yeah,
I'm very excited about the recap though episode.
I am too.
Reno and Friends.
Yes.
Inaugural first
Our first
episode.
Reno and Friends episode. Hopefully, we'll get
And
some
then we have to
Z-Man
do-
and the Bandits
Yeah, I
Oh, I
was
episodes.
don't
gonna
think
and
we
say.
ever will.
Oh, okay.
Dinging dudes.
Yeah, just cut me out first. Okay, cool.
Tensions are high.
No, I'm actually chilling.
Wait, he wants to get home.
I mean, we could make tonight a Ding and the Dudes with JFK, but
Oh, it definitely will be more so.
it's
him
kind of
talking.
more of
Yeah.
a Ding and the Dudes. But
Yeah.
because I mean, clearly you have stacks of paper and I have nothing.
Well, he's been
Right.
doing this stuff for years.
I just bought snacks.
I just brought a crush.
I have water.
Bought a Kickstart.
It's because I usually run to the gas station on my way to work to get food in a Kickstarter too.
Yeah,
Well, I couldn't do that because I was rushing to work to make sure I got there on time.
sounds
Does it
like you
say
need to get your
anything
life
to you
more
if you're
prepared.
late.
I don't know. I've never been late.
Really? Oh,
I mean, I have, but that's because I'm coming from DL from class. So I'm just like, hey, gonna be a few minutes late, still on my way back from DL, and they're just like,
Oh,
okay, sounds good, because
I-
they know that
yeah.
I've already told them like I may be late on this day
yeah.
Yeah.
because I'm coming back.
Oh, they just know when I walk in. It's like, hey, I'm ready to rock. But if I'm late, it's probably because I woke up at like 7:30, 7:45 ish. Hey, I work at
Okay.
8.
I know. Okay, I just want this. I want this answered. You wake up
Yeah.
at 7:30. You shower in the mornings.
Yeah.
Okay. How long does it take from you to get from your apartment to your office?
About a minute and a half.
Okay, so let's run that. We're gonna
So you
round
can
that
leave
up
at like 7:59.
to- We're gonna round this. We're gonna round
maybe not
this
quite
up.
that. Probably 55. I feed my cat 2 before I leave. So that
Okay, so to count for that, here's what we're gonna
and
do.
I fill the water.
I'm gonna round that minute and a half time to work to 5 minutes. That's
Okay.
25 minutes.
yeah. Well, I have to
What-
change most of the time, and this is my
That's 2 minutes.
no. This is my issue. I normally don't fold my clothes, so I have them all stacked next to my bed.
Go
So
look at my bedroom right now where
Yeah.
I have 2 laundry baskets. of
yeah,
clothes.
yeah, but
out of those.
well, see, but with me, I just
Digging through one takes 30 seconds.
what
2
I
minutes.
what I normally do though before I go to bed, if I'll throw my laundry on the bed, and then before I'm like, I'm not gonna sleep with that shit on my bed. So
Well, no, that's psychotic.
yeah. So
I
I mean,
don't
if
know.
I'll fall asleep
I
every
can't-
now and then with it on, if
Well,
I'm like
that's
fucking on my
psychotic.
phone, if I'm fucking on my phone, and I'm like, oh, I
What's
feel-
psychotic?
If you
Like-
sleep
if,
with
like,
like
if-
clothes on your
like,
bed,
yeah.
like a good pile of clothes.
You've never passed out with clothes on your bed.
No.
Weird.
Not that I'm aware of. I can't do that. I hate it because I know I squirrel around in bed and shift into different positions. I don't want my stuff on the floor like that. So I know if it's on my bed, it's probably gonna get knocked off. I don't like it. Like my blanket at night, if it falls, I hate it. I wash it then. I just don't want it on the floor. That's where I walk. I don't want it on the floor. I want it on my bed.
I like your face
It's
on
just
that.
a,
It's like,
it's
ooh.
a it's a tidiness
If your
thing.
bed touches, or if your blanket touches the floor, you have to wash your blanket.
I choose to, yeah.
Fascinating.
I just-
So
well,
either-
especially now with the dog.
Yeah.
I know what's going on that carpet. It's even more so now that I'm like, ugh.
So either way though,
Just don't question.
with me, it's like probably 5 minutes. Let's say 5 minutes to get to work, even though it's closer to probably 2.
exactly.
sometimes
but
they
we're
have
gonna
to
keep
wait.
that at 5.
Sometimes I have to wait for those fucking kids on the school bus. I would love to just fire past it, but I'm not gonna do that because they always have cops like driving through the thing, and it's like, of course.
Well, also because it's immoral.
Oh no, I can see the little kids, not little kids, they're like teenagers. I see them getting on the bus.
Well, it's technically illegal, isn't it?
Yeah, no, exactly. So I don't
you'll
do
get
that.
a ticket at bare minimum. I know that happened to my grandma once where she didn't see the stop sign on the bus pull out, so she kept going and she got a pretty decent sized ticket. I
Yeah,
think.
Oh, good
'cause
lord.
If you clip a kid, it's like you might kill the little bastard. So
Yeah, if you clip a kid, you're probably killing him.
yeah, oh
Good
yeah,
chance.
yeah. Even at 25, it's like
We
ooh.
just
Well, he
went-
said just clip. He didn't say hit.
yeah, but I feel like you.
Just clip.
No, he also said you might not kill you might kill the kid. He also said that right after.
Yeah, but either way, so.
A little grace.
But normally, I'll admit though, for waking up tends to be the hard issue for me because I'll wake up at 7:30. If most of the time it's like 7, and I'm not late a whole bunch, but maybe once a week I'm like 5 minutes late. Like today, I was 5 minutes
Holy
late.
Lord.
It was only because I had to find the pants, the shirt, this. You know.
Do you like text your boss like I'm gonna be a few
Oh,
minutes late?
of course not.
Okay.
No.
Oh my
my,
Jesus.
my
Yeah, I
boss-
thought he was like,
Christ.
of course I do, but no.
No.
I
Of
was
course I
like,
don't.
Okay, at least you do that, but apparently it was the exact opposite.
Well, let me tell you, when your boss shows up at 8:15 to 9 some days, it's like, if I'm 5 minutes late,
oh, Well,
the thing with me too though
guess.
is when I come in, I don't sit around. I immediately go into work, so it's not like I sit down for 20 minutes, fuck around. It's like I fire right into what I'm supposed to be doing. So even if I was late 15 minutes, it's like, sorry, I woke up at 7:50. I still showered, so it's like, oh, okay, sounds good. Like,
I still hate it.
see, I try not to be late. In the last like 3 weeks, I've been much better at not being late. But today, because I was trying to find all my shit,
I don't know. But I guess I'm also weird like that. Like if I work at noon, I have class until 11, then I work at noon.
I mean,
I try to be out of the house by like 12:20, 12:30 because
can
I'm
we-
coming for like a 15-minute drive,
Yeah.
and then
You
I
mean
usually
11:20?
huh?
You
Or
mean
11:20.
I mean,
It's usually about a 15-minute drive to get to work, and then I'm like, okay, for a 15-minute drive, let's add on an extra 10, 15 minutes just to in case.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
I
leave
always
at,
leave.
12:20, 12:30.
I always try to leave at least like a half hour early, because then even if I'm early, I can chill in the car for a few minutes and finish a
And
podcast.
that's exactly what I do. Or if there's a song's good, well, I'm sitting in the car.
Or
for
all
a
of a
few
sudden
minutes.
you're
I'll
like,
set
oh,
my
I got
phone.
time, I can go grab something to drink, or
Yep.
it's just nice. It's
Coffee.
nice to be early.
I have coffee in the office, so I don't need to leave.
That makes sense.
Yes.
But then, so you don't even have to do that in the morning. So another excuse, you shouldn't be late.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's no excuse except for him.
You don't
Being
even have
him.
like all you have to do is get up and
Well, but for me,
rinse
and-
off.
Like I understand
for-
waking up and like, wow,
for-
I don't want to get up.
No,
But if you just sit up immediately, like you're not going back
yeah,
down.
I don't do that because I'll lay there for a second. If let's say it's 7:10, I'll wake up. Normally, I would just try to get up, stand up, fire into
Don't
the
even sit
thing.
up. Just sit up.
I'm not. I fire right up. I'm not
Okay.
gonna
Well,
sit up.
Your case is getting even worse than if you just
Well,
sit up or just
No,
stand
but
up.
no, but what happens?
he
is-
just
stand up,
said,
you
he
shouldn't
says he just gets right up and goes to work, but he's still late.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, you did get canned for being late one day, so
Oh.
watch it with me.
Well, that was the final straw, but that's
Yeah.
not.
no,
like,
but
the
but it was the
cause.
big one, and I do agree with you. You were wronged in that situation.
To a degree, yeah.
Yes, I do agree with that. That one was where it's like,
Oh, yeah.
you can't switch a schedule and then expect someone not
Well,
to
no,
be.
that was the thing. Was
It got
granted,
switched
yes,
on.
it got switched, and I should be checking. Absolutely.
But if you work 4 days in a row or 4 weeks in a row
of the
that
same time,
and
I
it
should
gets
be
switched-
told, hey, by the way, I switched your time. You need
Yeah.
to come in an hour early.
Yeah,
Yes, I
Also-
should be checking, absolutely, but also I, considering that everything else is I'm usually told.
Also, I feel like you didn't really care at the time either, though. So when you,
No, that's why it was a blessing.
because when you got
Yeah.
fired,
Yeah.
it wasn't like when you told me, you weren't like distraught. You were just kind of like,
yeah.
it's what it is. You
I-
were like kind of. I think you were so like
Done.
mentally done there.
Drained.
You were kind of at the point in a job where you're
I
like,
was
if
so
you,
mentally drained from that job for the last year of it.
yeah, you were kind of at the point where you were like, I'm gonna do how I do it here.
Mhm.
Just kind of screw off or whatever. Still doing your job, but kind of slacking a little bit. And you're like, if I get fired, well,
Well,
I'm kind of
Yeah.
done
Well,
with
it
this
wasn't
job
even, like,
anyways.
in terms of like cleaning
No.
and whatnot, like I didn't really like that job part. I didn't really slack off.
As
It
the
was-
hours were getting
Yeah.
annoying.
long.
Well, yeah, every day.
You
I
were
was-
mostly annoyed.
Yes, I got late nights, like, because I'm a night owl, so I got this, oh, I can stay up as long as I want because I don't have to work till noon, 1 o'clock.
Mhm.
But then, when you're at working at noon, 1 o'clock, and then you're working till
10.
Nine.
always 10 o'clock
Nine-
because
nine
I
or
was
10, yeah.
I rarely worked to 8 or 9. It was always 10 o'clock,
Mhm.
which always made me irritated. It's like, you know what? Have me work till 9. You've got part timers that can
Yeah.
be here till 10. Oh well, they request it. Come on, help me out a little bit here. But then it's like by the time I get done, well, I still would like to work out.
Mhm.
So I'm not getting home till 11:30 midnight.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's the day. Now I gotta
Yeah.
get up and do this for the next 4 or 5 days, and then also go work 7-hour shifts on the weekend starting at 7 a.m.
It's always a bummer for me when you say you leave would leave the gym or any job at like for the bar too. Like you leave at midnight and you work the next day at like 11 or noon or something. It's always a bummer to me knowing that in 12 hours you will be back at work. Like
why
you
it's
like
same shit. Same
like you
shit,
already
yeah.
be like if you get done at midnight and you work at 11 the next day, you know that in 12 hours time you will have been at work for an hour. That's always like, huh.
Well, that was
is
the
all.
thing too. Like on the weekends,
always
like
kind
I
of a
would
bummer.
work Fridays until 9 a.m. close the place up, and then by 6:30, I'm back at the gym. 9 hours later, I'm right back to it.
I'm not gonna lie though. When
Where at the time, that's when we were going to the bars on Friday and Saturday night. We want to go
Oh.
enjoy the bar scene.
Yeah.
And then we'd be up till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Then we're back at
What
11 at the latest.
what I love about when
Well, you'd be back at 9 a.m.
Yeah, when he told me he was
7
done,
a.m.
I walked in for work, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of quiet today. He's just like, yeah, so I'm done in 3 weeks on Wednesday. I was like, what? And he's like, oh well, you know, the day that I showed up late. It's like, oh yikes. It's like that sucks. And that was kind of the beginning where it's like, ooh, this is starting to hit some rocky road. And then was Bailey done before or after you?
Before, I think.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say probably a month or two before.
I'd say more than that, but not much more.
Yeah.
A few
No,
months.
but it was like
you were done in like June, I want to
I
say,
was
right?
done July.
Oh, wow. Never mind. Way later.
No.
No,
Well,
I
not
was
way
done
later.
the second or third week in July because it was, I had worked that week, and then that was the weekend there where I went to Nashville,
Mm.
and that was about the third week in July. It was for that conference.
Yeah. When you
So-
forgot your vape.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
You
Are
just
you about
smoked rip cigs.
No, I went the whole weekend without it, and holy.
Let me guess. You
Well,
got
he
back
ta-
and fired through a tank in about an hour.
Oh, probably.
Well, he texted me and he's like, "Is my jewel or whatever on the table?" I was like, "Oh yeah."
And I'm
He
just
was
sitting
like,
there with holding
"Bummer."
my phone and just knowing I know the answer, and I'm just really hoping they're not gonna say it, and I get a, yep. Just
Right
that's-
next to me.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a terrible weekend all around.
Yeah.
I was, oof.
Yeah.
I needed that, and I didn't have it.
Yeah, I don't know. That was the one thing about the gym that some of the hours you'd be like, really? Really? I have to be here at 7 a.m.? And of course you show up, and it's always the same people. You do your stuff, but you kind of hang out.
That was it. That was the only nice thing about like the weekends working it was because I had a perfect routine just down to the second on how I do things. It worked out very good with it. Yeah, but it's still once you're done with everything, it's like now I just got to stand at the front desk and just do bathroom checks. Then you're really like, huh.
And then you would hope. You would
Well-
just be hoping that it's someone you wanted to work with. That came in at like
Oh,
a 10
absolutely.
or 11. If it was someone you really weren't that thrilled about, you're like, God damn, I have
But see, and
another-"
that was the thing too was you get that or you're sitting there and it's like, because it was always 7 a.m. I'd be
How many
there.
times you gonna say you know?
I don't know. I'm just going on a tangent.
know?
Here,
You know?
Well, here's the deal.
Oh, nice. That could be a segment. Here's
Oh,
the
I like
deal
it. Yeah.
with Z-Man.
But no,
It's one of them things. Let's do that as a segment too.
there's so many segments. Anyway,
Won't be a lot of
so
them.
I say it a lot. Say it a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd be there at 7 a.m. and then 11 o'clock was always when the second shift came in, the mid shift.
Yeah.
Well, it would always be fun when 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, you're sitting there kind of waiting, like, oh, thank God. They'll be here half hour, an hour. I can go get food finally, get something in me, probably get some water in me or an energy drink because I was probably up the night before very late. And also you get the text, I'm not feeling well.
Oh,
Of course they're not.
Well,
feeling
what's
well.
wrong? Oh, you know.
Well, I drank till 6 a.m.
yeah. It's like I'm wasted.
Yeah,
right
had a
now.
little bit of a late night. Cool. I know that. I saw you there.
Yeah, I
need
was
to
out
work.
later.
Yeah.
I was out. I was out. I was out later than you. I'm still here at 7 a.m. You can be here at 11.
Yeah. You have enough time. Take some ibuprofen. Drink a glass of water. Get
But
here.
it was a bummer. But it's like there are part timers, and at that point, they're always just kind of like, you're fired. You quit. Whatever. Part time
Yeah.
job. We'll go find another one. Whereas me, well, this is my full time job that I'm trying to do.
Yes. Let me tell you, the moment I left the interview, knowing that I got the job for my current job, it was like floating. The moment I had the next shift, it's like, I don't care what happens. I am so elated.
I think you
This is-
said this before.
Yeah, it's like,
that
I
you-
am not, I don't have to deal with this shit. Like, my heart came out of it, and it's like,
Oh
it's,
my
it's
god,
a job.
you should have seen me in those 2 months after the job.
I know.
Oh my
I
god,
go through a
greatest
few
2
times,
months
yeah.
of my life.
It's like, are you getting a job? It's like, I don't want to. It's like, I
Well,
agree.
that was it, 'cause
I
that was-
agree, but
because that night, like when I was first told that I'm being fired, I went over to my dad's. I'm tired. I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. And he's like, oh, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe take a week or so off. Let yourself just breathe a little bit, because he knew I was so run down from the place. Just take a week or two.
Well, you're also doing that, and then you had your stuff you were doing on the side too. That would take your days off were Monday and Tuesday, right?
Well, I had, it was Mondays and Tuesdays,
And
and,
then
I
it
had those meetings on every
Yeah.
Tuesday. I also had to go see my girlfriend who lived 3 hours a week on those Mondays, Tuesdays, my days off. So I didn't really have days off.
I remember.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
it was bad, but
Yeah.
to a certain point,
you get really exhausted.
it felt like a chore.
you know
absolutely.
You know what made it better too is there was one day it was a blizzard, just terrible. And
Oh, it was a horrible blizzard,
You
and I drove through that thing.
you left at like 8. You look at and I text you like, "How's the drive?" You go, I should turn around.
Oh, I didn't. No,
I'm
I left.
surprised you
I
still
left at
went.
about 10,
Yeah.
15 because I worked till 10 still.
There was one night though.
Oh.
You did
Well,
leave
there was
early.
Why'd
one-
you still go if it was so bad? I figured that'd be a good excuse not to go.
Take a hint, or think about
The
it.
girl wanted you to.
Well,
'Cause-
yeah, but it's,
Well, because honestly, it was probably one of those times where I hadn't been in like 3 weeks because I didn't want to make the drive. I'm sure, and it's like I have to. Yes, this horrifying blizzard is a perfectly reasonable excuse, but it's like I can do this.
thank God your car doesn't get stuck.
This bad girl don't start. Get stuck.
Bad girl don't
don't
start.
know.
I don't know what
Never
you
had
just
that
said.
issue,
Yeah.
but
No, but just your text to me after I'm like, how's the driving? You're like, I should turn around. I'm like, ooh, that
Oh.
bad? You're like,
Shouldn't be texting while you're driving either.
oh.
but guess what I did?
And I even told them too. I'm like, how fast are you going? Like 82. I'm like, what?
Oh, so this is two different times then, because the
Yeah,
really
there
bad
was-
one,
there
I
was-
was going maybe 40.
No, there was one where it was starting just so heavily,
Oh.
and I think it was.
Oh,
one
so it
where-
wasn't like fully blizzard. Of course, I'm going 82.
Yeah, but it was starting to the point where like
Why is it 82?
in another
know.
hour was like
confused.
100% like blizzard, and it's like, how's the driving? You're like, I fucking hate it, and it's like, ooh. You're like, I can't believe I'm doing this shit. I'm like, yeah, I get why you're doing it.
It was just it was working the 42 hours, including late nights and weekends, and then on top of that, my 2 days off. Yes, I'm going up there and basically doing nothing, but I'm not in my home. I'm not in the comfortable clothes I want. I can't freely leave the house to go run to Target or Walmart if I felt like it or anything. I'm kind of just in this little studio apartment. I had my 360 there, but
Do you have your Xbox One there?
I would bring it every once in a while.
Well, then you also have your
GameCube, I thought.
beautiful girlfriend there too.
No, because in the summer she was working
That's
more
true,
hours
she-
than I was, so I
Yeah.
really didn't see her that much up until the evenings. But at that point, she was so worn down from her job of watching or being in charge of, I don't know, 60 kids of all ages. That it's like, don't talk to me, let me lay down here, and it's okay. You do what you got to do.
Sounds tough.
Yeah,
It was more tough. I made it seem more tough for sure.
but it's exhausting.
But I
Yeah.
did get to a point
Well,
where it's just like I
So,
just
it's more mentally draining than
It was.
anything. Because
Yeah.
then you almost feel like you're never getting. If you don't get alone time,
So then, like,
It's
come
tough.
last or 2 summers ago, or whenever I was done working, she's finally living in town. I'm no longer doing my side stuff. And then this 2 months, or this, I'm done with my job now. I have no responsibilities.
Mhm.
I've got enough money to saved up to where I can make paychecks, pay rent and bills and everything. No issue at all. But it's like, holy, this is freeing.
oh, it's lovely.
What, this is life? And I'm spending a day working my ass
Yeah.
off? Holy. Well, just 2 weeks that my dad talked about just taking off, we might extend that a few times.
Wasn't it like
here.
2 months almost?
Oh,
month and a half,
it was
probably?
2 months because I was done 3rd week in July and I started
Yes.
working. I was going to
September.
work this September 12th, I think, was my
Yeah.
first day. But then my dad died on the 9th, so I emailed them, can we push that back a few weeks? So then I started on the 24th.
No, I thought it was the 7th or something because I remember
My
being-
dad?
No, when you were supposed to start was
No,
like
because
this-
I I did the interview but I didn't do the new hire experience.
okay.
I was
oh,
getting ready to do that.
that's
And that
it.
was on the 9th.
Yeah.
Or no, I was on the 12th, but then my dad died on the 9th, so we pushed that to like the 24th, I think is what it was. So roughly, it was within a week or two of 2 months,
Yeah.
But it's
either more or less. And I would love to have that 2
Oh.
months. That was incredible.
yeah, no.
We literally we got up, dropped Fortnite. Every dub we got, we would chug a beer.
yeah.
Well, I took like a couple weekends off
Yeah.
that time too because I was like, for some reason I was still working at the gym, had my other job too, so I didn't really have that many like freeing days off. So I took a few off, and yeah, we just would play Fortnite.
Yeah.
We'd get a dub, go out on the deck, shotgun a beer. It's like noon, Sun's
Oh, yeah.
beaming on us. Great
It
time.
was incredible. Oh, let's go golfing now.
Didn't do that. Wish we would have though.
We should have.
I don't know why we didn't.
Imagine if we had the bikes at that point. Oh my lord!
We missed out on a good.
And instead of going golfing, enjoying the weather, or riding and enjoying the weather, or doing any of that stuff, we sat inside and chugged beer.
Yep.
Still incredible, but
Not even
know.
that much beer either though. It's just
well, no, we didn't get that many.
because we
dubs.
didn't win much.
That's why we could do, because it's like
Yeah.
we can make this a thing where we have to shotgun a beer, and we still won't get drunk.
Can I tell you something? I'm actually still kind of butthurt. There was one day in Fort where I was just murking. I had like 9 kills, top 20. Oh, I knew it was a dub, and I quit the game so I could get to the gym on time. And I remember driving, being like,
That's
"Fuck."
completely on you.
Yeah, I was like, this is fucking bullshit. I should quit today. I should.
Oh lord.
Oh, I was so pissy because I was just murking. Just murking. Me and DK had combined like 19 kills, just going ham. And of course, I'm like, oh shit, I have to go to work now. It's like, can you wait? It's like, I should. And I didn't.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. If I could go back.
Start the game earlier, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
no, we had played like 2 hours, 3 hours. I think this was a day. I
Are you
showed
gonna get
up
any
at
dubs
2.
before that?
Yeah, I think we had 2. So I knew we were, dude, trust me. Duos, me and him,
Dude, trust me.
Merc. It's one thing about that game. I was very good at predicting where the circle was going to end.
I was too. I used the sniper scope that told me where the storm was.
Well, no,
I had 100%
like,
accuracy at that.
no,
point.
like when we would drop somewhere, I would literally put the point, and almost every time it was right in the middle of where the
Well,
circle was
when
going
the
to end.
circle's about the size of the map. It's pretty easy to do that.
Well, I mean the ending circle there, bud. So, yeah, thank you. Trying to diminish my Fortnite.
Oh, so
Cool.
bad.
Cool. Yeah,
Well,
Matt.
Not very relevant anymore.
No, when I played it that one night here, though, you gotta admit,
No, you did good.
I was murking, so
Granted, I only watched about 5 seconds of it before I had to throw up.
yeah.
So that 5 seconds while you're dropping in,
It was so
Incredible.
good.
Yeah.
Didn't even touch boots to the ground yet.
and Z-Man say, "Well, I'm out.
yeah,
It was
Tough night for the boys."
but yeah, this job's a lot better.
yes, a lot more freeing too, and I feel like it's way more interesting, so much more interesting.
Yeah.
Well, for me at least.
So-
For you, it seems like it's
For all you people out there, if your job is mentally draining you and it's not like a career, if your significant other is telling you get out of there, just fucking do it.
yeah.
Agreed.
Just do it.
Your time's the most valuable
Because
thing.
Or-
I was
or if
I
you're-
was in a dark
yeah.
place almost at that point.
Yeah.
I think.
Or if your parents are like, hey, like I could see that you're not enjoying yourself while working there,
Oh.
like.
When your
'cause the-
parents are telling you you look like shit, take that as a hint.
Well, yeah, because Dennis looked at me. He's like,
He licked you?
No, looking.
Oh, he
look.
licked them real good.
No,
I was like,
gross.
you gonna have a little
Ew.
sauce on your face?
No. No, he looked at me one night and he goes, "You're not enjoying yourself at the gym." I'm like, "Not really." He goes, "Well, if you get another job," he's like, "Quit immediately." He's like, "Don't wait." He's like, "Just
But you didn't do that.
no, I didn't, because those dual paychecks were nice."
Well, that's nice, and
It's
then
also tough to take advice like that.
yeah.
it is.
They're like, well, you don't know.
And when it
Yeah.
came to like our
But-
job specifically, part of the reason why I never wanted to leave or didn't
Was
leave is
you
because
guys.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not because it's what the job entailed. It's just like the loyalty to our boss and
Yeah.
just I mean that's where we met. That's where we met so many cool
Mhm.
people. And it was just fun times talking with members at the place at the gym.
It was a
and-
fun place
and
to go.
coworkers. It was just a fun place.
Because when you'd be there working, then all of a sudden Isaac or someone would come in to work out. All kinds of people would come in
Yeah.
to work out,
Mhm.
and you just chat for hours. And
you sit there for the
Clock would-
few days thinking like, why do I even do this? And then you go to work the next day and it's a good day. And it's like, oh,
Exactly.
Yeah.
that's why for some
Yeah.
reason I'm still here.
once I stopped doing weekends there, ooh,
Dude,
best
the
thing
best, the best. I
One of the
literally-
best jobs
yeah,
I've ever had. Then.
As soon as I got my current job, and I was like, Eddie, so I don't know about weekends. He's like, okay, I think I maybe worked
Name drop.
two weekends in the year plus of
Mhm.
yeah. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not gonna work weekends. only worked like once or twice a week. It was just so freeing because it's like I don't care what happens here. If,
See, and I'm sure I probably could have asked for weekends off more than I did. Like, hey, can I
Yeah.
just work 2 weekends a month? I'm sure he would have been perfectly fine with
Yeah.
it, but I just felt like I couldn't.
Well, what
knowing
you probably
how like staffing worked on the weekends where
oh.
no one wanted to.
no,
But the
oh,
thing is, what you probably could have done, and of course it is so like visible now, but I mean, clearly you didn't like what you were doing as your second thing that much, having to go to the meetings. You liked it a little bit, but I think you were
I like
telling
the
yourself
business
you wanted it.
aspect of
yeah.
Yeah, and I think you're craving some sort of business that you could kind of have control of.
Yeah.
But what you could have done is probably not took those days off. You could have probably took like Saturdays and Sundays off. So you would have had your weekends off.
Mhm.
And then what would happen is you would have just been like the manager for the weekend. Like you would be in control. You would just have the same thing. If someone doesn't show up, you're in control of what happens then basically.
I feel like
I think me and Eddie, I mean, we've already name dropped him once. Sorry.
Well, we've been name dropping him for
Well,
7
I've been
episodes
yeah.
now.
But and I think there was a point where we kind of had talked about something like that. I don't think it ever really like there were times like it got to a point where he's like, I mean, I'm in town obviously, but like you're the one in charge. The weekend is yours.
yeah. I
Yeah, it was.
feel
It was.
the
Oh,
same.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not gonna cut you off again.
Okay,
We're
sorry.
gonna let you
I
go.
Yeah,
also-
but anyway.
yeah.
I'm just staring right into his eyes,
no,
and I just
I
am
know.
firing in.
I also feel like though you did kind of get worn out by the fact like yes the weekends are yours but you didn't have a lot of longitude to be like yo don't give me that bullshit excuse that you're sick or whatnot.
Well,
like,
yeah,
I feel
it's-
like
yeah.
they handcuffed you to the point where it's like even though you wanted to be like yo like get in here I'm the assistant get in here I know you're lying I saw you out I saw your stories last night like I know
Yeah.
you're lying and I feel like you got handcuffed to the point where it's like you couldn't
absolutely.
say any of that.
And it could be also a thing of like I'm not wanting to like call him on the weekend like, hey, this person's not showing
Yeah.
up. What do I do? I text him like, hey, by the way, they said they're sick. And
Yeah.
he's like, okay.
Yeah, but
Fine.
that just sucks because it's.
But it's like I don't know what to full extent. What is my power here?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
can I do?
and you and Eddie put yourselves in tough positions with becoming such good friends
Absolutely.
with coworkers,
yeah.
because then you don't want to call anybody out because, like you said before, that you wanted to. You were going to call out Bailey that one time, and then she explained exactly what was happening, and then
Not
you
even
want,
that. She
and
broke
then
into
you,
tears.
yeah,
I
and
was
then
like,
you
oh,
wanted to
shit,
cry, and
I can't do this now.
yeah,
I'm
right.
about to cry with you here.
So it's. Well, I just think being like a manager or assistant manager, I just think it's a tough
I
gig.
feel Eddie's
you're-
got his system locked. He knows what he's got to do.
I don't
Yeah.
know how
I
he
applaud
does
him
it.
for it. I don't know either, but I applaud him for it because he knows what he has to do.
He goes more of like the route I think where he's good friends with everybody, so that he usually doesn't have to drop the hammer because people usually want to just kind of
Yeah,
do
be-
stuff
yeah,
for him
yeah.
because he's so nice and will do things
Yeah.
for you if you do your job.
Yeah,
so.
can I tell you, me being an assistant, I'm the hammer dropper. It's like, oh, you made a mistake. It's like, too bad, fix it. Where I'm like,
That's
not
terrifying. I wouldn't like to work for you.
well, like, to be honest,
You know, you did this. I'm about to drop some wild shit on you.
can I tell you, if me and him were together, I'd be like, you know what to do. Like, just do what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do. You know, for me, the thing that gets me is like when people fuck around. It's like, hey, I like to fuck around too, but at the same time, it's like, we're at work. This ain't, and I've said it, it's like, this ain't the gym. This ain't, you stand around for 4 hours, you do the one thing you're supposed to do, stand back
Well,
around, you know,
yeah.
like, it does get tough though when you're like, you don't really want to say something to someone because you know it's like, it's probably not worth it to say it, but it almost needs to be said, and you're just like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, hey, like you got to do that, or you messed up on that. Like, just go back and fix it. And I feel like a lot of time people get upset because it's like, well, the boss didn't say it. It's like, yes, but the boss would. They would say it.
well, and that was another thing too. I didn't, even though I was, and he'd give me kind of that more power on the weekends. I didn't feel like it maybe not, maybe reflected, but like people didn't really.
Feel like it was coming from Eddie.
Yeah, well, like, cause I mean, we all know people did not do their cleaning.
Well, yeah, this
So on the weekends, like, I would check it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you get to one where it's like, this isn't done very well. I need you to go redo it. And it's kind of like, all right, yeah, whatever. And then I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
Well, come Sunday, I go and check, and it's like, they still didn't touch this.
Yeah.
Hey, you talk to them, and it's nothing really ever. It's
Yeah.
like, whatever. You're not Eddie.
I would
Whatever.
say that what maybe kind of was happening is it wasn't more of like you were in charge on the weekends. It was more of like it seemed like a test every weekend that it would get to Monday and it was kind of like, oh, well, Zach didn't do a very good job of assistant manager. It was never like on the same team as everything.
Like
It was more like
competition.
it was kind of more like testing you out every weekend to see if you were gonna fail, and it was more exciting when you failed, and it wasn't,
That's a good way
and
to
you
put
didn't
it.
get
Yeah,
and you didn't
no.
get like praised when you did a
No.
good job.
Oh no, because there'd be days where you might be off. Maybe and Eddie would ask like, "How was the weekend?" I'm like, "Good." I'm just like, everything like from the time I was there and Zach was there. It's like I know everything got done. He's like, "Well, this didn't get done." And it's like, I definitely saw it get done. Now, is it done to your standards? Probably not. But again,
Well,
that's on you. It's like
yeah.
you got to go back and track that. Like you can't
I-
put that all on me or Zach or whoever else. It's like if you don't think something's done, go back and track and be like, "Hey, it wasn't done to what I thought."
And if everything's like clean,
Yeah.
like to a certain degree, like if all the treadmills or something are cleaned, everybody can walk up and shove their finger in a crevice and go, well, that
Yeah.
should have been cleaned better. It's like, well, you
Well,
didn't see what the treadmills look
yeah,
like
you gotta-
when I
yeah,
got
you gotta-
started
It's like,
on these
it's like
bad
did
boys.
you see how gross they were? Because
You got a
I
table like this, and it's like, huh, clean.
Yeah, you can find.
Hold on. Dust.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Come on.
It's also like we're in a
now.
gym with a big fan that's covered in dust, throwing dust
yeah, just
everywhere
constantly.
the whole time.
Just constantly.
You can't clean it. You
I
can't
felt-
keep it clean.
I would feel bad because you would like dust something off and you would dust it and you just
And
see more flying down.
Well, you
Oh,
dust it off and it goes right down onto the next piece of machinery. And then you
Yeah.
dust that and just kind of the dust
It's
never
a
went
train.
anywhere.
No,
It just got spread around.
Yeah.
those Swiffer dusters, they sucked. They're
Yeah,
terrible.
They
it-
are nice at home though when you don't have a fan blast.
Well, yeah, they're nice at home when it's just you and your dead skin, not when you have, 600-800 people a day's dead skin
Yeah.
that you have to.
Yeah,
then
and
dust
also
off.
if you just have to dust off like a bookshelf,
yeah,
it's a lot
much
easier than having to dust off
not a
40 treadmills
Yeah.
400-pound
that
machine
are covered in sweat.
Oh
that
yeah.
then the dust then gets stuck to. Then you not only can't Febreze or Swiffer it, then you actually have to just wipe it all off.
Well, yeah, because then the Swiffer
Which
gets
then
wet
spreads.
with sweat, and then
Yeah.
it won't pick anything up, and it just smears. And
And then you have to wipe it off, which, yeah, we'll clean it, but now you got to go back and do it again to get that excess dust that there's so much of it caked on that you have to just go again.
Yeah, I don't know. I miss the gym, but there were some parts where it's like, ooh, I would not go back.
only miss the people.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Not much I miss about the actual like
the workers
job.
Yeah, the workers and then the members. Big fan of both. So
It did help me get out of my shell and like talk to people and
Mhm.
stuff
Yeah, 'cause
because
you had to.
because you had to, like, you couldn't just stand there and point at people. It was like your whole job, and Eddie helps with that too, like show you
Yeah.
show you how you can just talk to members like in a fun way without
Well, and it
Being
was
so
helpful too.
serious.
That,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Not even just Eddie, but like when you're new, like anyone that's working there will let you know. Oh, by the way, that's this person. Let you know like, oh, that's an easy one to start talking to regularly,
Yeah.
just to get used to talking to people because we do it with them all the time. The new person, they love that.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
yeah,
Was a good
I
time.
do miss some of the members.
Me too.
I miss so many of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's good lists of the people that.
Well,
I
like,
miss
mean,
about 10 tops, maybe.
I think it's for me a little bit more.
Yeah,
Well, you guys grew up in Fargo, and I think you have a few more.
Maybe, yeah.
This for me, it's a pretty short list.
Well, mine's only like 10 to 15. There's
Yeah.
just probably a few more that I could think of that you maybe didn't see as much that I just got used to.
Yeah, because
Maybe.
you guys were there before me and stuff, and so I mean, I don't know, but yeah, there's a few that I actually missed talking to, and then a few that you were kind of forced to talk to, so you just kind of
I was
He-
so used to
yeah,
it.
you just kind of got used to it. It was
yeah. That first.
I liked
day.
him.
I did too. That's kind of what I liked them.
The first day he tried to hug me, and he was all.
Oh my
scabby.
God! Someone wanted to give you a hug.
He was scabby.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
you
it's
were.
like- yeah,
you
it's
were.
like,
You
ooh.
were not happy that one.
No, it's like you're all scabby. I ain't like. It's one thing if it's you look perfectly normal, but when you're scabby and stuff, it's like, ooh, I'm not gonna touch you, even if it's something non-contagious.
I mean, I wouldn't put too much on it though, because you Also, don't like people just grabbing your shoulders. You don't really like a lot of touch.
No.
So for you to
Well,
just say that someone
depends
tried to,
on who, depends on who it is, but yeah, if man, not a big hugging person, especially if it's like a male. Unless it's like a really good friend I know you for a while. It's like fire off. We can shake hands.
why do you think that is?
Fire off. We can shake hands. I just
Shake hands.
fire off.
Well, I
You know,
mean,
like hugs makes you feel good.
well, I mean, like,
I mean, I hate physical touch.
yeah, but like,
Hugs, man,
but
all the
like,
time.
yeah, but like you two, like if we hadn't seen each other in 6 months, it's like, oh, I'll give you a hug. It's nice to see you. But if it's someone in like, someone who, it's whatever. Like I'm.
Oh, anybody at the gym, I'm not hugging him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, depending on what member it was, but
Nobody.
there's a list for me.
Not one member.
Oh, there's a few that I'd be doing something and they're like, hey, it's been a while. It's like, it has. It's like,
I think
I, was- I think you know. Who,
I do.
Yeah.
We'll let it go.
Anyway, I think we should wrap this one up.
Yes, that
Episode 1.
turned out to be an episode.
Yeah.
More of a
Well,
Z-Man focused
yeah,
episode.
it's been a
Have a
lot of-
Z-Man and the Bandits.
Yeah. A lot of gym stuff tonight.
I'd say, yeah, we're
And I
sorry
even
we
said it
bore
last
you
time,
with
too.
our gym bitching.
I
but
think there's some interesting stuff
Yeah.
in there.
I think there's a lot of
Yeah.
I felt like that's a
But
good
again,
one.
if you are in a job that is kind of mentally draining, fire away.
do what you
Yeah,
do
get
what's
away from
best
it.
for you mentally. And
Start a
physically.
podcast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
No, if that
It's life
if
changing.
that job is paying
fun.
real well, maybe don't. But
No, I still think if it's actually truly mentally draining to where you're not even enjoying yourself at all, I would way rather work a job and not have as much money and just
Like that's
and want to go there every
That kind
day.
of stuff
But-
gets figured out.
Yeah,
but
you'll figure
what
out money.
What I'm saying though is, if you have a job that you're making X amount, like it's
Okay,
triple,
yeah. If I got a
triple
job
or
that's paying
four
me
times.
$500,000,
No,
and
that's
it's
not what I'm saying.
draining,
No,
then I'm
but-
probably gonna do it for a little bit
but-
longer.
but
just
what
to
I'm-
make extra.
You're
what
gonna have a plan though that's gonna be maybe a 2-year plan,
have
and
like
then
a, have a
yeah.
get out.
you're
plan
piecing out.
almost.
I'm gonna let you say what you're gonna
Well,
say.
no, I
though.
was saying like if you have a job that pays you 4 times the amount that, let's say, the gym was paying you, even though it's mentally draining. Now, if they're the same levels of mentally draining, it's like you stay at the one that is going to pay you more. Like only because it's like you got to look at it that way. Now, if one is just so taxing on you that you can barely stand what you're doing, oh, fire out of it. I don't care if you're getting paid $1 million. But if
I
you're
mean-
if it's
I only really agree with staying in the job for money if like you if you need to, like if it's something you need to be doing, but then you have to be actively
Yeah.
pursuing either starting something yourself or looking for a different job that's
Yeah.
gonna
well,
because money
Somewhat
just
match it.
well,
yeah
if
it-
anything.
yeah. See, my thing
You're
is,
basically trading your life away for the money, which we all do. But
yeah. So,
yeah, but
if you're doing one that
my-
seems to be doing it at a more exponential rate,
yeah.
only your bank account's getting bigger, but like your happiness is not.
it's dwindling
yeah, it's
fast.
maybe
you
even
need to
gone,
be
it's-
done.
Yeah, but I mean, if
It's
I
tough.
look at it like this, if I spent 4 years, 4.5 years doing something just as mentally draining, especially for the first like 3 years, and I was getting paid triple the amount, it's like I would suffer through even more because it's like I feel even more valued. When I feel like the monetary is, if there's such a disparity in between the monetary values in these jobs, and they're not more taxing on you, like physically, mentally, I would stay with that one until you have a plan. No, I'm not. Again, I'm not telling you to rush out and quit your job if it's mentally draining and you're getting paid decent. But if you're kind of like the gym, where it does come with a lower end pay, and it is still pretty taxing, then it's like, yeah, fire out. But
I don't even know if I agree with staying in a job that even pays well if you're because time's like the absolute most valuable thing in your life, and if you're not enjoying your time somewhere, like if you actually like hate it, like if there's not one
Yeah,
good
see-
day ever and you feel like there's never gonna be another good day there, oh you gotta
I agree,
gotta
I
peace
agree
out.
with that, but like with the gym, like he said, if there's a bad day and then 3 good days because you're working with someone you want to, or you just had 3 really good days, I can live with the taxing job.
Well, here's the thing with how enjoyable it was for me there personally if I got paid like $20 an hour there, I may work there full time forever.
Yeah.
You know, type of thing. Like that, because that's how much fun I had. The only downside was, and that's why we all end up leaving, was money.
Mm-hmm.
But the job was,
Yeah.
I mean,
For you two.
yeah, but
There'll be
your
some
money,
things that-
you're in the same situation because the only reason why you kind of stopped caring is because you didn't get raises, your money didn't go up. If you got paid more, like if you were consistently getting paid more, you would have put more effort in.
Yeah.
How nice is it
possible.
to sit back in that chair though?
Well, and
It's possible
And
that
for-
I would have.
and for me,
Oh,
like,
ignore my
I
question.
Don't,
Yeah.
I don't know about that though necessarily.
Yeah.
Like, cause well, what I mean is for me the pay was never an issue.
Okay, interesting.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I just at that point I did not have like that last year. Me and my buddy, we were living in a house that was a private cellar. We were paying $250 a month, all utilities included. I wasn't paying student loan debt, so we were paying $250 plus probably $20 each for Wi-Fi. And I had a $120 car payment. That was my monthly bills besides gas and groceries. I'm not counting those. So you take that and you're getting a paycheck, a month of probably about $1,600 to $1,800. Money was not an issue.
Yeah.
So for me, that having what my was never like, oh, if I was getting paid more here, I would love this. This was just a fact that this job just dwindled on me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Then that's.
Yeah, I agree with
I mean, that's my main. I guess that is my main point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, if,
Yeah, I'm not,
if it's-
like,
yeah, I was-
Arguing with or disagreeing with any
No, and
anything that
I agree.
anyone said.
I agree with that. If you're not struggling for money, if you're not really needing to, you need to work this job so that everything
Yeah.
you cover your nut. That to me, then I fully understand that.
Cover your nut.
Yeah.
Cool term.
But I'm not gonna lie. The thing that also kind of got on me was being looked at as like the number three person. It's like Cozzetti, you, and then it's the person who's been here the third longest or the second longest at that time. It does get taxing when it's like you've been here longer. It's like I don't care. Treat everyone the same. It's like if you're gonna look at me that way, pay me for it. Like, that's how almost every job is. If someone has seniority, they should probably be getting paid more.
Oh, that's a whole different story with how
Yeah.
they paid there.
Oh yeah.
Because towards the end, people that got hired would be getting paid more than me, and I'd been there for 2 years.
Yeah, and see that was the thing.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that was
That's
the,
tough.
That was the thing I told Eddie. It's like you're never gonna have people last as long as you want them to, or stay as long as you want them to, if that's the case. And he's like, "Well, I agree,"
And of course, he didn't really get much say.
No, he
because
didn't have
anything
he didn't have any
offered,
control over it.
Right, he's got to go up.
which is
Whereas
an actual joke.
it is because our job. I remember when I started at the rate that I was getting paid from the gym. So already I'm like, okay, well I'm now making the same amount. That works. But then they opened up a new thing with our
Call
job,
center, yeah.
the care center. So I remember my boss, because I was in a community office, so my actual boss was in a different office, and she goes, "How would you like a $2.50 raise?" Well, to 15. Well, sure.
Yeah.
Why?
course.
Why am I getting this? And it's like I'm not up for a year yet
Yeah.
for a year review. And she goes, they're open the call center. They want to match everyone's pay to that to make it more even
Yeah.
and whatnot. It's like, well, that right there, that's something jobs should do.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if you're
Yeah.
getting paid less than someone who starts new, well, guess what? You should be bumped up to at minimum that.
I'm not gonna lie. I did have it out about that. I was like, this is bullshit. There's people who just started a month ago who are getting paid as much as me, and it's
A
like,
day ago,
oh, exactly. But even
they
like,
just got hired.
Yeah,
The interview
exactly.
just wrapped up, and they're
Yeah.
making more money than me.
well,
I'm
the
like,
same. And I was like,
that's a
and
bummer.
I'm not gonna lie, I got like a $4.50, $5 raise essentially from that, because I was like, I'm like, I'll go work at a different company doing the same thing where they pay me for being in this job for so long. My boss was like, I totally agree with that. She goes, it doesn't make sense that you've been here so long, they hire someone new and they're getting paid the same despite having to learn everything. She's like, I'll ask. Got another raise. But it's funny because I got a raise within a day. They announced that. I'm like, there's no reason that the other people should be getting paid as much as me. And she's like, yeah, 100%. Went up to Amanda, literally got it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing though. It's when you feel like that and you make that concern to your employer or to your boss, they should be like, "Yeah, I agree with that. That is something
And instead
ridiculous."
they shrug it off.
Yeah, and that's
They go, what are you
Sorry.
gonna do?
Yeah, what can you do? It's like pay me more.
Yeah, because then of course Eddie, that's all Eddie can really say is, "What can you do?" Because it's like he has no control.
Yeah, that's the problem with.
He's sitting there like, no wonder I'm having such a bad employee turnover rate.
Yeah, he exactly knows why the turnover rate's
Yeah,
bad,
and
and
there's
he
nothing
tells
he can do about it.
corporate, and they just shrug and go, oh well.
Yeah.
I guess if they don't want to, well, their big thing is you have to be interested in moving up.
Mm-mm.
Well, you also got to have some incentive to want
Well,
to move up.
that's the thing too.
And
You know, I really shouldn't speak on terms like on Eddie's behalf, but that man's been wanting to move up for years.
Yeah.
Finally, they create a job for that. He doesn't get it, so he's still wanting to move. I had expressed interest, like, yeah, when Eddie moves, I want to move up. Well, how about this over in this city?
no.
Well, I'm not looking to move.
Not looking to relocate.
4
yet.
hours away from my entire family and life here.
yeah.
I know. Even if you
Just
pay
for a
it, no.
manager job, like
Yeah, no.
for something you.
You weren't here.
Yeah, you're not. Well,
Yeah.
it's not what you're like going to school for. It's just a job.
So,
like you don't
it's
want to
like,
relocate
yeah, I
for
understand
it.
that I may have to wait longer. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Well,
How
a year or
much
two
longer?
later,
Yeah.
yeah, how much longer are we talking about here? You're talking about how, higher ups are opening new gyms all the time. They're looking to hit this huge goal within the next few years. Okay, well, you've got Fargo, which is booming.
Yeah, could at least have one on West Fargo.
Yeah, how many? I don't even want to know how to recall how many people we had cancel
To go.
to go to another gym. It's like, well, what? Because you'd always ask, what's the reason for canceling? Too far away. I live in, way out here on the other side of town. I don't want to be making this drive every day.
Yeah.
You guys, if you guys opened up one here, just a little bit closer, I would gladly sign
Yeah.
back up for it because I love it here. Okay, well, why is
Yeah.
that not being done?
I remember he's like, well, you can always go up to assistant, but you would have to move to a different city, and it's like, Zach's not here, so why couldn't I do it here? He's like, they normally don't want to do that, especially if it's like if I were to
Must
go.
be learning from the mistakes of hiring me as an assistant.
Well, no, not that.
Yeah, they don't want to hire anybody that's
he-
associated
no,
with Z-Man.
Eddie literally goes, well, if I move, you would be the next in line. It's like they don't want to promote you from within that site or that place. They want to move you to a different place, and then if you can move back, and it's like I don't want to move to Rapid City. I don't want to move to Sioux Falls or wherever. It's like I want to stay here.
Isn't the whole point to promote from in?
Yeah.
So that person knows the gym, knows the members.
That's literally how our job. That's how our job
the
is
easiest
now.
turnover.
yeah, because then now you move up and it's an easy transition. It's like
Yep.
now all the members come in and they go, oh, Isaac's the manager now.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it's
Good
like,
to see you
well,
moving up.
yeah, well, yeah, then it's just everyone's happy. You know all the members. You know how the whole gym runs. You know all the little things.
Yeah.
You go to a new gym, you don't know all the little things.
No,
You
exactly.
gotta learn the members. They're like,
Let's say
who is this guy
your,
that's
your
coming?
workers, they know how you function. You know how they function. You know you have your system and organization down to a T. It should be the smoothest sailing thing there would be, but
No.
No, they don't want any of that.
No. That's the one good thing about my current job. Our current job is they'll do that. If you want to move up, you tell them. It's like we'll move you up.
yeah, another
Yeah.
position opened up now.
I know. They'll
Yeah.
move you up. It's like you still have to apply for it and everything,
Yeah.
like everyone else, but you'll move up. And it's like if you have the opportunity to
Well,
move
there's
up
so many options.
at
'cause
your
there's so
at
many
your
different
office,
offices.
they will
in
give
town.
you that opportunity. They'll say like, "Would you be interested in that?" There's numerous people who have been in one office for 5 years, as part-time guy, then full-time, then assistant, and then the actual manager moves to a different job or a different site or moves on.
They have so many different jobs.
And then they'll say like,
entail
"Are you
pay raises
interested in
and pay.
moving up?" Like, you've been here at this place. You know a vast majority of these people. You've rented to a lot of them. You've talked to a lot of them. It's like, if you want to move up, let us know. We will do what we can to see that you can do that. And that's the one thing that is such a big plus for this job.
Mhm.
Because I even said it's like I want to move up. Like, I feel I'm ready to. And they're like, well, it could be here or here. It's like, keep me at my current spot. And they're like, we'll see about that. Literally, my boss talked about it to her boss. Literally goes, okay, yeah, we can do that. Had an interview, killed it, got it. So
Killed it. Got it.
oh yeah,
Incredible.
yeah. When other managers are like, I don't know who he is, I've just met him, but I like him. It's like killed it. Literally was
He's
that.
going into it now.
He's
literally
so
said-
humble. He's so
Right.
humble.
Anyway, we should actually wrap this episode
Yeah.
up.
Okay, yeah.
now.
So if you're in a job you hate, it's mentally draining, get out of that job, find a better one.
Just do
Listen to
What's
this
best
podcast.
for
Makes you
you.
happy.
Fire
Yeah.
into this one.
Yeah.
Very
So,
good life one.
do what you got to do to make your life happy, essentially.
Yeah.
So, other than that, so long from the Lounge Chair Riders.
And the
Like,
front desk.
subscribe, share,
behind the front
talk
desk.
about us, listen
we
to
are
us,
behind the front desk.
love us.
I butchered that one too.
Well,
Well, we both butchered
Yeah,
it.
we suck at this. Anyway, we'll see you later.
Yes.
Stay safe out there.
Bye bye.